I still remember the first time I saw you. This gorgeous blonde comes walking in and my eyes were glued to you. I remember when I was back in IPA and I called every staff station trying to match your face to a voice. I remember thinking I was being a psycho and I hung up the phone. I got my opportunity to finally meet you and I went to your staff station and made up an excuse to come over. I remember you were frustrated and mad you had to write a report, so I offered my suggestions and you later said you thought I was an asshole, which can sometimes be true. Time went by and I again got the opportunity to talk to you when you called the IPA looking for Vassalis. I of course gave you crap, but when I hung up I was going crazy with butterflies. I had to call you. So I did. I remember hearing your laugh for the first time and thought, I'm in trouble. That brief conversation made me interested in wanting to know more about you. You again came to the IPA for a radio car pass and I took advantage. You looked so cute standing and waiting for a pass that I had to try to stall you as best I could. After you left, I honestly felt I had to ask you out. I heard you had a boyfriend and you were going on a little work trip, to which I called and begged for the time off. After I got approved, I remember driving to Havasu going probably about 100 miles an hour because I wanted to see you. You had that much of an impact. When I finally got there, I saw you at a table and I finally got the time to properly introduce myself. I remember trying to keep you and your friends awake, but you weren't having it. You had this look of pure hatred on your face while you laid on the bed. One thing that you don't know is when you and I met, there's a story of how you saved me. I was in a bad place in my life and you accepted me and took on a life with me that most wouldn't dare. When we initially met, I had my walls up and I was very guarded and scared to open up. I was scared of rejection, but I also had to protect Alessandra. You know, no other woman has ever met Alessandra, and all I wanted for her was to meet a woman that would be a positive influence in her life and show her the love that she deserved. I will forever love that you took a chance with me and went against what everybody else told me. As I lay in bed and think about our wedding day, it brings tears of happiness. Everything reminds me of you. You've been there through the best and worst times of my life. I feel like my mom honestly brought you to me. I never told you this, but I had a dream that my mom and you were in it, and I woke up sad because you wouldn't meet her. I remember the first time I showed my dad your picture, he said, "Whoa, dude." Marrying you is more than just a fancy party. It's a time for me to cram 3 years of memories into 10 hours. From dancing in the kitchen, to causing a riot, to bringing you ice packs for your knees when you lived at your parents' house. I will always keep you a priority and remember the small things. Alessandra has become so secure in her little self, and to watch you together feels like a dream. You're everything to her, and I love the relationship you two have created. I sometimes just sit back and think of my life, and it blows my mind how awesome it is. Nothing beats when it's 4 of us at our little home. I'm so deeply in love with you and I'm thankful for you. I love my truck. I love how Copenhagen mint tastes. I love cold beer. And I love my guns. But there's one thing that beats all of that, and that's your love. I love how you make me feel and how pure your love is. You make me feel like the luckiest guy in the world, and I love that about you. And if anything happened to me, I'd wait at the gates of heaven for you so we could hold hands and walk in together. I love you and I promise I'll always come home to you. And that's a fact. That's all I got.